All right. Let's get this thing going, babe. All right, so we're gonna get this thing going with Colin Cowherd's talk on the Dallas Cowboys winning it all, or pretty much saying that he's gonna break down the reason why Colin Cowherd is gonna win, or the Dallas Cowboys are gonna win the NFC East. You bring in some stats. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys, really, to me personally, I really don't pay attention to Colin Cowherd. But, as you guys look at his show, he's got over 8 million people in his podcast. He's been talking for a long time. So although he got ghostwriters with stats and things like that, but it is what it is at this point. So I tend to listen to some of his information, but I don't follow every word that he say as the letter of the Bible. I just don't do that, but I do listen to him, what he had to say. And rightfully so, you got to always listen to like the Stephen A. Smiths of the world, the Colin Cowherds, even the Skip Bayless and the Shannon Sharps. You always still have to listen to them, but you don't have to really believe, because it's just their opinions. It's just their thoughts. Just like I try to give you guys my thoughts and my opinions, if you guys know what I mean, right? Shout out to everybody that's in the chat box. But let's get this thing going one way or another. Let's listening to Colin Cowherd.
Listen, what the Cowboys did with Dez Bryant's real simple. They did the right thing. Okay? Dallas said no to Johnny Manziel. Cleveland didn't. Dallas didn't negotiate, cut Dez Bryant. Okay, Dallas knows what they're doing. Like when you think of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm going to pause it right there. Now, as far as the Cowboys doing the right thing with Dez, I just wish they handled it a little bit better. You guys give me a thumbs up whether or not you guys believe the same thing. I believe that the Dallas Cowboys could have handled that situation a little bit better, but you guys know that Jerry Jones, the billionaire that he is, he had the all or nothing film out, and he just didn't want to push that film out too quick. He didn't want to release Dez too quick before the film is out. To me personally, looking at it from a marketing strategy, he want to be able to sell as much as he can, and this is a capitalistic society. So hey, the way the Cowboys did Dez, but did Dez help himself out? I would have to say he didn't help himself out as much too as well. So two wrongs don't make a right, but the Cowboys should have been the bigger party and just released the man when he could have got the best opportunities. But neither here nor there. Let's listen to what Colin Cowherd have to say.
Dallas Cowboys, we always thought ego, underachieving. Let me just remind you of something. You laughed at me last year when I said the Rams would be the most improved team. You laughed at me.
I did. I laughed.
You laughed at me when I said the second most improved team, and I was right on the Rams, would be Carolina. They made the playoff. I was right. You laughed at me. Fans tend to be afraid to get ripped on Twitter, so they play it safe.
Not me.
They call a great team great and a bad team bad. I'll go on the air, 8 million podcast listens a month. I have no problem saying I'm going to project and guess. I predicted the Rams would be the best team. I was right. You killed me. I said Carolina's second most improved team. You killed me. I was right. And I also said, and you destroyed me for this, but I got it on tape, I picked the Philadelphia Eagles to win the NFC East before the season and called them a dark horse Super Bowl team. I did. Look it up. It's a fact.
All right.
When Carson Wentz got hurt, I bailed. I was wrong. But be that as it may, I picked him. Folks, let me throw something out with the Dallas Cowboys.
Talk to me.
When they have had a healthy quarterback, from Tony Romo to now Dak Prescott.
Okay.
This is their record since 2014.
Not a bad record. I had to pause it right here. Okay, so 2014, of course, we all know we went 12-4. 15, he put 3-1 there. I guess he's going to break that down and explain that why we went 3-1, but I guess it didn't count the other records. But I'm going to let him talk about that. 2016, yes. That was a good year. We was feeling it that year, right? We was all on the same page. We was like, yes, now is the time that we going to win it all, right? But you know how that, we all know how that story ended. That damn Aaron Rodgers. But neither here nor there. 2017, 9-7. Total of 37-15. Not that bad. So craft your story, Colin. Let me know what you got to say. Let me know. Let me hit play. Let me see what he got to say.
37-15. Now you're saying, Colin, why only 3-1 in 2015? Because they went 12-4 when Romo was standing up. Then Dak came in 2016. They went 13-3 and 9-7. Because remember, they had a catastrophic injury. Tony Romo was 3-1, got hurt, and they had no backup.
No.
And it's not really fair to judge the Packers when Aaron's not playing, because Aaron overwhelmingly plays. Just like I don't bury the Colts when Andrew Luck doesn't play. When he plays this year, they usually win the division and 11 games.
All right.
If you take the Dallas Cowboys, when they have had their healthy franchise quarterback in the pocket, they have won 71% of their games. And since 2014,
wow,
one team in this league is better, New England. Dallas is second.
I love to hear that, though, Colin. You coming with some facts today, brother. All right, so he said that second, New England. You know, I really believe New England just have the stroke of luck, playing in a diminutive or weak division, and Tom Brady rarely get injured. I truly said this beginning of time before. If Tony Romo would just figure out a way to stop getting injured, then we'll see a better product out of Tony Romo. And I was putting him in the realms of, and I know I'm gonna get some hate mail about this, I put him in the realms of Aaron Rodgers and the Tom Brady and the Peyton Mannings. But injuries always came into play, and we do know this with the NFL. NFL is a war of attrition. So if you cannot stay healthy, that's part of the, I guess, your skill set in a sense, because at the end of the day, we can still say Tony Romo had some weapons around him. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. Far as the offensive line, his first few years of playing career, he had some, and then all of a sudden Jerry Jones got into, I guess a money situation, and we all know what happened. You know, just didn't protect Romo, and the defense was just porous in a lot of situations too as well. But I'm hearing what Colin Cowherd had to say. I'm feeling him just a little bit. Although, like I said before, shout out to the plaid gang. Look at the plaid shirt. The brother got the plaid on. No, nothing wrong with plaid, though. You can bring it back, though. But, you know, neither here nor there. I'm really feeling what he having to say about this Tony Romo, if healthy, and the Dallas Cowboys, if healthy. Even though we had probably just not an excellent season last year, still 9-7. 9-7 is 9-7. You can win Super Bowls with 9-7 records, right? You can. It's
Second,
possible.
Pittsburgh is third. Green Bay fourth. Yeah, this is going to be outrageous. You're going to think I'm crazy, like you did with the Rams, Carolina, and the Eagles. I think Dallas is going to win the NFC East this year. I think they've become a very good organization. They are young. They have 11 draft picks and only 2 real needs: safety and defensive linemen.
Defensive
They
tackle,
have become exceptional in the draft, finding star players beyond the first round. DeMarcus Lawrence, an elite pass rusher, second round. Okay, this team knows what they're doing since 2013.
All right, I'm gonna pause it right here. You guys see this right here. You guys can rewind to as well. I know he's being fed this information because he's not even looking into the camera. He's looking at the prompt, and he's whoever his statistician is or whoever his guy. They tell him what to say because I can tell. But look at his eyes. I'm gonna rewind just a little bit, just look at his eyes when he says this. He don't believe what he's saying, but he's putting his information out, which is cool to me.
They have 11 draft picks and only 2 real needs:
Look at his eyes.
safety and defensive linemen. They have become exceptional in the draft, finding star players beyond the first round. DeMarcus Lawrence, an elite pass rusher, second round.
Good.
Okay, this team knows what they're doing since 2013. They found a franchise quarterback in the 4th, elite pass rushers beyond the 1st. It's a good football team. They know what they're doing. Cutting Dez Bryant proved once again, it is not only a team on the rise, that they've won 71% of their games dating back to 2014.
That's a good number.
When their quarterback is standing up, their franchise quarterback.
So he putting everything, he putting all his on and it's on the quarterback. So we all know we going back and forth with the quarterback play, whether or not the quarterback can't pass or whether he can't pass. But it is what it is at this point. But I like his points. He is very valid. Whoever was just feeding him the points or his deal there, shout out to everybody, man. Let me see who was the first person in the chat box. Shout out to Brandon Cortez. Thank you for being part of the notification squad, or if you just being first one in. The Callaway the best way. Number 2, third place. Callaway the best way. I'm telling you, man, that brother from another mother came in twice in the chat box. Second and third place, but shout out to Brandon Cortez. But let me answer some of you guys' questions that you guys have on your mind, your mental. But before I go there, I gotta get myself crunked up. Yeah. I had to get myself crunked up, geeked up, just a little bit, smooth style. You know how it goes, right? So, who we got here? Say Prime Time Law. I promise you, we the best. Hey, the DJ Khaled voice, we the best. Hey, you know, it is possible. You know, everything is possible, guys. Law, what about Rico Gathers too as well? He going, brother, coming with all the thunder. Look, the thing is with Rico, Suave. I'm not going to say Zeus because Frazier knocked him out. It's just a matter of time. We got, 5 more weeks? We'll see when training camp comes, because you know good and well it's going to be hot. And he's gonna have to be ready. And the only reservation you can ever have on Rico is his blocking ability. But far as talent and far as athleticism, he got all those tools in his bags. So I can't wait. I just can't really wait to see what Rico is going to do. All right, so the other thing, we got Dave Wood in the house, man. Shout out to you, Dave Wood. Grown Man Session in progress from produced by Germ. Shout out to you too as well. Joey, Uncle, Rico. That's what they calling them nowadays, huh, right? Only one uncle around here in Texas, though, that Uncle Julio's. You guys, that restaurant go hard. Not trying to do a plug, but shout out to Uncle Julio's, man. You guys hit me up, right? All right, so young Wilson, Rico can be an elite blocker or he gets cut. Can't be predictable. This offense is set up to be explosive. And the reason why I say that is because if you really look at the first 5 or 6 games, we're still averaging 25 or plus points. And minus the Denver Broncos game, we all knew what happened in that whole fiasco. But the thing is with that, is that what Colin Cowherd is actually saying is if as long as the quarterback stays healthy, and I'm gonna add this into as well. If you have Ezekiel Elliott out there, that's the quarterback best friend. He's gonna help alleviate a lot of things. And I did heard a little bit. I'm gonna try to find that clip. But shout out to Jerry. I ain't gonna say your full name because I don't know if you want me to tell me, let everybody know, the nation know your full name. But shout out to him again for sending me this link. So guys, if you really want me to touch on certain topics, just send me the link via my Facebook page at Laws Nation. You can find the description down below, or my actual, I guess, Instagram page if you can post a link that long, or my Twitter handle would be Laws Nations too as well. You guys send me the information and I would talk on it. But shout out to Jerry, and not Jerry Jones, but Jerry, you know who you are, for sending me this link. So with that being said, Dak Prescott best friend have to be Ezekiel Elliott. Normally, you have 2 best friends out there. You have the tight end, and then you have the running back. And we all know that Dallas Clark, when Peyton Manning was younger, he was his best friend, and also the Edgerrin James guy. You know, he was just everything for Peyton Manning. Not calling Dak Prescott the Peyton Mannings of the world, but what I'm saying is, with that being said, it's possible, guys, for us to still be explosive, for us to still have a pretty much look at this. You guys saw the film session that I did on Tavon Austin, and I do know you have your 1 or 2 people to say, "Wait a minute, Law, the guy is washed up, he's horrible." But the film that I did, those 2 plays was in the red zone. That is how this offense is going to operate. With that well back setup, you're going to have so many angles that you can throw in, and it's on top of that, our best slot receiver, believe it or not, where's number 21? We can say Cole Beasley, but Number 21, that guy can catch out of the backfield and he can put TDs on the board. And the thing is different from I guess what you can say Ezekiel Elliott of what Alfred Morris did last year, although his numbers look serviceable. His numbers look real good as you just look at the stats. Ezekiel Elliott can get to the end zone, money zone, red zone, green zone, however you want to call it. Ezekiel Elliott can get there. And this team operates out of Zeke. And there's nothing wrong with that. And just like the 90s, that team operated out for number 22. And I would debate anybody on this side of the earth who would argue otherwise. As far as number 22 was out there, that's as far as we went, and we went pretty far. And it's possible. We got a hungry defense. Although the defense is super young, we still, as far as to touch points on what Colin Cowherd said about the defensive lineman, which we really need. I think we really need a defensive tackle. We have a slew, and I'm talking about a slew of defensive ends, and we see that the Coney Ely's of the worlds and the Taco Charter. And I don't think that Taco Charter have the strength overall right now. Now, granted, a lot of things can happen before week one, as far as his strength wise, but I don't really like Taco too much in the inside. I like him a little bit further on the edges, what have you. So, with that being said, Jahad Ward have to step it up. Malik Collins somehow going to have to find the miracle worker to get his foot healed faster so he can get out there. Because, guys, you guys know I was so bent out of shape with the, and I hate to say this, the David Irvin. You guys know. You guys heard me when I say, hey, cut him. Let throw him out. But, at this point, as you look back and you reflect and you say, well, it won't do us no good by cutting him. But somehow we're going to have to craft up a plan to get this team better when it comes to off-season issues. We have to have something in place. Shout out to DJ Mel for making a donation to help grow the nation, man. I appreciate that, man. Let me put the dollar out there, man, because you guys know, every little small dollar help, so thank you for making it rain, DJ Mel. What's going on, man? What he said, Zeke MVP and Tavon comeback player of the year. I can see that happening, DJ Mel. Ezekiel Elliott, what's going to happen is that everybody is finally going to catch up to what Cowboys is doing as far as the media. And when they start seeing Ezekiel Elliott just getting those touchdowns and they see exactly what the Tavon Austins of the world is going to be doing out there as far as opening up the defense, letting them play honest, what have you, and not trying to load up the box. Because at the end of the day, you try to load that box and you do that reverse sweep or that RPO, you only have one player that can't make that mistake, and it's 0 to 60 real quick in the end zone. And you guys go back and look at tape and film. Can Ezekiel Elliott consistently beat the 9-man front? Yes, he can do that. Look at the Arizona game. They tried to load up the box and said, okay, Dak Prescott beat us. What you gonna do about it? And trust me, the Arizona Cardinals, their DBs are not trash. They are not slow. Go back and watch that game too as well. They tried to load that box. They had one-on-ones on the outside. And if you look back, and of course I know everybody's going to look at the record and say, well, the Arizona Cardinals didn't do anything, Law. But if you go back and look at the game, you guys are going to see the one-on-ones with Bryce Butler. He's still a 4-3 guy. And Dak Prescott was still able to drop back and launched that mother sucker down the ball. He launched it, and Bryce Butler was able to ultimately catch the ball. And also Ezekiel Elliott was able to open up some things with his running ability to beat the 9 and 8-man front. So it is possible we can see that happening. But the thing is, what we still have to worry about is that the constant and the consistent process of Ezekiel Elliott and Dak Prescott growing together. That is something that's always going to have to work. And you never, people say practice make perfect, right? Man, and in my world, all nations world, there's no such thing as perfect. Practice only make improvement. You can only get better and you can try to better your best. There's no such thing as an end result. Just like success is a journey, never a destination. You always want to continue to stride and try to improve on yourself. I always go with this Jam Rowan's saying. He says, when the end comes for me, let it find me conquering a new mountain, not sliding down an old one. Meaning that once I complete this task, it's on to the next. It's on to the next one. And that's what I, believe it or not, cross talking to pretty much what a Tom Brady. You know, he never is satisfied. He's hungry, he's vicious, he's crazy, he's psycho Tom, and that's what you want your quarterback to embody. So that's why I like the Mike Whites. That's why I like the Cooper Rush, to put that flame, that fire under Dak Prescott and make sure that he never sleep comfortable. And some of you guys that's in the chat box, you guys would never allow Dak Prescott to sleep comfortable too as well. And I love that. You know, I love that. Shout out to Blue Star. What's going on? You're not Blue Star on the Twitter, are you? I remember Blue Star on Twitter, but Blue Star, it said Lattimore is a beast. Sorry to say. Talking about some DBs. Who are you talking about? Who's Lattimore? Rest in peace. Extension Corn. Whoever that is, 10 Chons or whatever, he's dead for real. You know, this is from Say Prime Time. I don't know you guys talking about who died on us. Polo, what's going on with you guys? Dak is the man. This is from Awesome Top Videos. Man, shout out to you, man. Who else we got? James Sorrows in the house. Ely doesn't need to be a defensive tackle. No way. I don't have time to read all of it, but just off the few stances there, Ely is nowhere clear or close to playing inside. Please don't do Ely like that. Now, everybody talking about David Irvin is a little bit out of shape. Ely has been reported to be a little bit overweight too as well. So we need Ely to be ready come 5 more weeks. He got to get to his playing weight. If not, then we're in trouble. Hopefully, this is my goal. This is my goal for them to reach out and call Jonathan, you know, that big boy Hankins, and tell him, come on down. Let's sweat some of that fat off of you. Come on down in this training camp. Let's at least use him for a camp body. But I do know, since he's a veteran, his contract will have to be guaranteed. I don't think you can just sign him around. I think it has to be guaranteed. Some ruling like that. I'll look it up later. So that's why we hesitant to sign veterans. I do know that there's some type of clause, like after week 1, you can sign veterans and their contract will not be guaranteed for the whole entire year. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that process may come into play. So a lot of times Cowboys may give them a call and say, hey, be ready after week 1, because that Tuesday, actually, after week 1, or before the week of the game, and they will say, hey, make sure you're in playoff or play in shape so that we can sign you to a deal if no other team is offering you something. And that way they can sign him and don't have to guarantee his contract for the entire season. So Hankins went to the Raiders. Oh, I'm so late. Oh, he went to the Raiders. I'm telling you, that Gruden is something else, man. He's crafty now. One thing Gruden can do is he can evaluate players, and that's one thing that you cannot sleep on, what Gruden can do. Now, as far as his coaching, I don't know. I'm still having reservations on that, but he can do great evaluations of players, especially quarterbacks, and especially defensive side of the ball too, as well, as far as the explosiveness and things like that. All right, so What's up, James? This is from my Cowboys family, man. Shout out to you too as well. Who else we have in the mix? Say Prime Time says 11-5. That's quite possible. What he says, 901 in the mix, man. He says Cowboys Mafia 901 will go either 11-5 or 12-4. Good. Say 12-4. Say 12-4. Say 12-4. But I really want us to get the Super Bowl. That's what I really want. You guys know what I want. Why didn't we pick up Hankins? This is from my guy, Italian Cowboy. I don't have the slightest clue. Marty Marr, what's going on from Chicago? 13-3. I love 13-3 too as well. Check out Twitter DMs. Watch the video. This is from basketball. I don't know how you say your first part of your name, but he said check out the Twitter. Yeah, I will. But guys, hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on Facebook with any topics and too as well. My guy Italian Cowboy, he's very good at that too as well. You tell me, hey, hey, Lord, check out this player right here, man. He would be nice for this team. And I really go look at that player and I say, man, yeah, that guy is nice. He got skills, to pay the bills. You know what I mean? So when you guys do that, it gives me extra eyes on players because I don't have, I can't be everywhere at one time, right? I got so many things to be worried about, as far as life and other things and this and that and a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm worried about defensive tackle, man. This is from Hawk Rage Cowboys. Man, you are not alone. You're not the minority in this. There are two things. And even Colin Cowherd, he's not even a true follower of Cowboys, but he knows just by looking at the team. He says safety is an issue and also defensive alignment, which is pretty much defensive tackle. And we just shot ourselves in the foot. I'm always with this. I'm always with this belief and this mindset. Now, going against the grain, and this is where I really argue the fact with David Irvin's situation. Everybody say, okay, the guy had this and that going on. How the NFL substance abuse policy goes is that even if you miss a test, it only counts for one violation. It doesn't give you a mandatory 4-game suspension. So with that being said, I posted somewhere, and I wish I would have had time to just craft it so I can put it over here to the left of me. This is the thing. This wasn't his first offense. This is the first that we know of. We know for sure the first time you go into the program. The second time you get fined. The third time you miss an actual 4 games, and then the third time you miss game checks, and then the fourth time you miss actually 4 games. So he's on his 4th offense or 4th encounter with this situation. So it's not something that he said, oh, all of a sudden I missed this drug test. There have been other tests that he obviously didn't pass. So that's big, guys. That's big. War going to ball out with Rod Teacher. This is from Cody Allen. Yeah, and they talking about Jihad Ward. Time will tell it all. This is his second. This is from Dallas fan. No, because second is only give you. I'll have to show you guys. I have to break down the substance abuse policy so that everybody can see what's going on with that. How they craft the substance abuse policy. Let me see if I can craft it up right now without, let me see if I can pull it up, man. Because the thing is, it's one of those things where we really going to have to figure out something with this team as it relates to suspensions. Like I said, this is the 5th year in a row that we went through some type of suspension on our defense, and that's nothing that we really want to say, hey, I'm proud of this, I'm proud of this suspension. And we do know that other teams have transgressions, but my God, can there be ever a season where we can just come out the gates with everybody with their hat in hand ready to fight? I always talk about finish the fight, but let's start this fight. I don't have time to pull up the actual, I'll try to look for it, but go to my Facebook page and you can look up the 4 policies, and you will see the violation portion that they have, and you'll read that he's beyond his 2nd strike or what have you. Now, as far as the 1 and 2 strikes and the 3 strikes, they don't have to be reported to the NFL team. You can pretty much go all the way to your 4th strike before the NFL team is aware of it. Now it's up to the actual player to say, okay, hey guys, I got hit with the drug deal and I didn't pass the test. The test was bad, so they pretty much got me in this program. And then the 3rd time they can say, hey, the 3rd time, that's when they take the money from you. See, and then on top of that too as well, with this substance abuse policy, is that they don't start testing till April the 20th, and then they stop testing on August the 9th. So if you want to blaze a spliff or roll up a blunt, if you are like one of those guys that just can't stop yourself, shoot, on August the 10th and August the 11th, you can smoke a whole tree if you want to. You can call up Snoop and say, what's up? Light up this spliff, man, and let's roll these things tight, and you can blow trees all day and blow blunts or do whatever you want. But if you so happen to get into, arrested for DUI or arrested with marijuana, then they And the policy, according to the policy of the policy, they are able to test you right on spot. So with that being said, NFL players, if you want to roll up one, and I'm not condoning rolling up blunts over here at Law Nation, but you know, if you want to roll up one, feel free on August the 10th, August the 12th, and beyond, you know. But if you are pretty much already in program all the year, you can be randomly tested from what I know as far as the policy. So if you've never been caught before with the Mary Janes, the MJ, however you want to call it, then then just don't do it, man. Who takes Irvin's place? This is from Dallas fan. They're gonna do it by committee. They're gonna do it by rotations, and how they gonna do that? They're gonna roll in the Price. They're gonna roll in the Jahad Ward. They're gonna roll in the Asher. They're gonna roll in the whoever that they have out there. I think Dayton Jones. They're gonna roll in those guys to fill in the void. But that's where our weak spot is, in the interior of the defensive line. Or defensive tackle. That's where we need the help at. And as far as the safeties, I can trust Jeff Heath to a degree, and I can trust Xavier Woods to a degree. But we still need one more. We need one more player in that spot. All right, so they rotate the D line anyway. This is from Joey S. Yes, yeah, they do rotate. I agree. It's hard to replace him. This is from Sushi 817. Yes, it is. Brian Price is too low. Yeah, I said Price, but yeah, Brian Price. I forgot his first name. Yeah, shout out to the Italian Cowboys for that. Eric Willis? What about Rico? Is he ready? Rico is fan favorite at this point, right? Rico Suave is fan favorite. Tapper is fragile. This is Montake Jones. That's how you say your name? Yes, Tapper is fragile, and he's a defensive end. I would not put Tapper inside. But Cam Kelly, say prime time. Yes, Cam Kelly is a good guy that you can really say, okay, with depth purposes, but you really want a team this young to have some type of veteran leadership out there as it relates to the secondary. We all know Sean Lee can only do Sean Lee things. Uncle Rico Suave, yo, Suave. All right, guys, so with that being, they sleeping on Rico. Everybody love Rico. I love Rico too, but Rico have to love Rico to get out there and show some improvement. So with that being said, I'm going to answer a few more questions. You guys, I love you guys. Remember, you guys put in all this information. Got Crawford inside too as well. I forgot about Crawford, Italian Cowboy. Yeah, Crawford is the inside guy. Just keep Crawford away from being on the edge, please, because he don't have no bend. He got power. He got that bull rush power. I guess it just depends. It's all speculative at this point. If you know, whatever you think about Crawford playing on defensive end, but neither here nor there. Let me read one other. Blake Jarwin, Steve Morrison. Yeah. I'm waiting on Blake to show up. DJ, man, you guys can't let me go, huh? What's up with thank you for the donation to help grow the nation, DJ. Appreciate the money, man. That helps out tremendously. Let me just go ahead and drop them dollars right there. Bam, where them dollars at, right? He says, what's up with LVE? LVE had a short stance because he pretty much twisted up his ankle, and we have yet to see everything with LVE. So what they're going to do is they're going to put him in his bubble wrap for like 5 or 6 weeks. And then when training camps officially start, we want to see LVE out there. And he better show up and show out, because a lot of people got their reservations on him. And we need him. We need him. We don't want him at this point. We need him, because the way this defense should play is they're going to go with this 4-3 base setup first. Initially, they're going to put their corners pressed man on top of the opposition. And these linebackers, the Jalen Smiths, the Sean Lees of the world, and LVE, they're going to be pretty much covering out there in that mid zone. So we really need a linebacker to fly out to the ball and make plays. That's what we really need. They're holding him out. This is from Ty Jefferson. And this is the point. This right here, Ty, when you said that, this is the time that we really want like a Parcells, you know. Parcells would challenge you, you know. He would say, how hungry are you to play, you know. And then Parcells will also say this too as well. Hey, I had a guy to break his jaw too before he came back in the second quarter. He said that to Jason Witten. Don't you think that elevated Jason Witten mindset to say, you know, if this guy can do it? Because Jason Witten, believe it or not, listened to, I guess it was an interview on All or Nothing. I believe Tony Romo was pretty much breaking down Jason Witten. I think it was like some interview that Tony Romo was talking about Jason Witten, and he said that Jason Witten was one of the most competitive guys out there. He would try to race T.O. He would try to, if you did 10 push-ups, he said, I can do 20. If you can do 30,000 jumping jacks, I can do 30,001 jumping jacks. That's what's Jason Witten's mindset. That's what pushed him. So it's just something about a coach that can elevate you to that level. All right, so let's see what we got here. Jalen Smith, yes, he's doing great. He's doing very great out there. Let's see what else we have. Shout out to Miss Jackie in the house. Thank you for joining in. I'm about to roll though, Miss Jackie. Came in on tail end. This is from my Cowboys family. Hope you and all had a great Father's Day. Yes, I had a wonderful Father's Day. They spoiled me. It was my first Father's Day. They spoiled me to the high heaven, so it was great. But that's all the time I have for today, guys. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. I'm out. Peace. Let's jam out, man. Let's jam out. You guys know I got a few more dance moves in me, right? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Didn't mean to hit that button. There she go. Peace. I see you guys, man. Shout out to you, man. Thank you guys for joining in. Don't forget to hit the notification squad and join the notification squad. And don't forget to join the Patreon too as well. I know you guys can find 4 quarters somewhere. Grandma and them couch, Lil Pookie and Ray Ray. Tell them to give you 4 quarters. Join the Patreon. Help a brother out. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel too as well. You guys know how it goes down, right? Peace.